Welcome to today's journey into splits. In this shorter version of the class, we're going to focus on the journey, as the name of the class says, instead of focusing on the final pose. So we're going to warm up all those key components of this very deep opener. And the whole purpose is to really take it step by step and enjoy every step of the journey. So we're going to start on our backs, sort of as if we were going to set up for bridge pose. So feet hip width apart, heels under the knees, arms next to the torso. Right, we're going to take a couple seconds right before starting to let ourselves ground and set the breath, set the tone for the rest of the class. Part of focusing on the journey is about being present, being aware of the present moment, what we're feeling. So from here, blinking our eyes open, we're going to lengthen the right leg up towards the ceiling, pushing through the heel, grabbing either behind the thigh, or if you can reach a little higher up, you can do so as well. If you have a strap or belt, you can place it behind the right foot, ball of the foot. So we'll hold here, flexing the right foot so the toes are facing towards you. And gently releasing the hands. You're going to take the foot across over towards the left hip, opening that right IT band. For those who don't know where the IT band is, it's in the outer right thigh. For those runners, this is a really nice stretch. And coming back through center. Arms next to the torso, keeping the right leg straightened up towards the ceiling. And the next inhale, we're going to lift the hips up towards the sky. And then the exhale, lower. In a dynamic way, we're going to do this 5 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 4 more, pressing the arms against the mat as you lift. And lower. Last 3. Following your breath. Last 1, lower. Keeping the right leg straight up towards the ceiling, lengthening the left leg out to the front of the mat. This is a little deeper. Beginning to lengthen that back of the right leg. Gently pressing the left foot back onto the mat, taking the right ankle over the left thigh, making a figure 4 with your legs. Bringing the left thigh in towards your chest as you open the right knee, opening that hip just briefly. Opening your arms out to the side. You're going to let the legs fall just as they are towards the left. Looking over towards the right. Letting the right leg fall completely into the ground, coming to this twist. Feel free to stay here, or if you want to take it a little deeper to stretch the left quadricep, you're going to bring the right hand searching for the left foot, bringing the heel towards the glute. Keeping the twist for 3 more rounds of breath. And coming back through center. Other side, pressing both feet back onto the ground, preparing as if you were going to do bridge. Lengthening the left leg straight up towards the sky. Pushing through the heel, grabbing behind the left thigh. The toes are facing towards you. And now gently you're going to shift the foot towards the right, opening that left outer thigh. Keeping the leg as straight as possible and both hips remain grounded. And coming back through center, keeping the legs straight up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower. In these repetitive motions, try to move at the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, expanding, lifting. Exhale, lowering, grounding. 3 more. Last one. Lift and lower in the exhale. Lengthening the right leg out towards the front as you reach the left heel towards the sky. Both feet and legs are active, so both are pushing through the heels. You're rotating that right thigh inward. And now gently pressing the right foot back onto the mat, taking the left ankle over the right thigh, figure 4, bringing the right thigh in towards your chest. Releasing that hip. For the rest of this class, we're mostly going to focus on keeping the hips neutral, the hips squared and the thighs rolling inward so the thighs facing neutral. So not much hip opening. So now we're going to release the arms, opening towards the side, letting the legs fall over towards the right as you look over towards the left, letting the left leg also fall onto the mat. Keeping both shoulders grounded, the head facing the opposite side. And if you reached for the foot on the other side, you'll do so on this side. Left hand towards the right foot as you bring the heel in towards the glute. And coming back through center. Giving yourself a big hug. And you're going to find your way into down dog, either rocking back and forth and hopping back, or taking it one step at a time, finding your way into downward facing dog. First down dog, we've already warmed up our backs, our hamstrings, our legs slightly. We've begun to open them. So you might want to come into a steady down dog and really find the length through the crown of the head and the sits bones. And from there, pressing through the heels as you lengthen the legs. We're going to hold here for 3 more rounds of breath. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands in front of the heart. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, hinge forward. Heart leads down. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. On the exhale, step the left foot back. Lowering the back knee, the back of the foot, low lunge. Both crests of the hips are facing forward and are closed. Keeping the hips squared. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower the hands down as you lengthen the right leg. Half splits, pushing through the right heel. And bending the front leg once again. We're going to lift back into low lunge as you reach for the back foot with both hands. If it feels really tight or it's too much on the knee, you can always place a towel, a blanket under the knee for support, and or use a belt to reach for the back foot or do it against a wall. Pulling the heel in towards the glute, opening that quad. And gently release the foot, placing all toes down onto the mat. Lifting the arms up, crescent lunge. Lifting the back knee. Both hips are facing forward. Maybe keep the back knee a little bent. Inhale and lower both hands down. Lifting the right arm up towards the ceiling. Opening the chest towards the right side of the mat. Feel free to stay in this twist or take the right foot back into Vashisthasana, your version of side plank, either feet stacked, one in front of the other. Feel free to make this your practice. Right hip over the left and pushing the hips up towards the sky. Don't let them drop. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower the right hand down, coming through your version of your vinyasa. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up, keeping the hips closed, bringing the knee into the nose. Placing the foot between both hands, lowering the back knee, the back of the foot, lift the torso up. Both hips facing forward, belly button in and up. Almost as if you were wearing a corset, tying those low ribs together. Inhale, and lower the hands down, placing the back toes, lifting the back knee. Step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands in front of the heart. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands next to the feet. Step the right foot back this time. Placing the back of the knee, the back of the foot, low lunge. Feeling the inner thighs rolling in. So that helps keep those hips squared and the thighs neutral, the femur bone neutral. Inhale and lower the hands down, half splits, lengthening the left leg, lifting, lengthening through the crown of the head. Left hip crease pulls back to really keep those hips level. Once again, bending the left leg, walking the hands forward, low lunge. Again, modify it as you need to. You can always do this against a wall or with a strap, looking for the back foot behind you. Opening that quad, pulling the foot towards your glute. Keeping the torso long. Gently letting go of the foot, placing all toes down, lengthening the arms up, crescent lunge on the left side. Shoulders are over the hips. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower the hands down. Keeping the right hand on the mat, lifting the left arm up. Twisting open towards the left. Left hip pulls back. Feel free to stay here or take it into your Vashisthasana side plank. Hips are stacked. Hand pushes away from the mat. Really lifting the hips. Feet are flexed. Inhale. And gently lower the left hand down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg up, keeping the hips square, pushing through the heel. Inhale, And on the exhale, bring the right knee in, placing the foot between both hands. Lower the back knee, the back of the foot, low lunge. Inhale, and lower the hands on the exhale, planting the back toes, lifting the back knee. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way up to standing. Hands in front of the heart. One Surya Namaskar to get the blood flowing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands next to the feet, step or hop into chaturanga. Upward facing dog, lift the knees. Downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. And in the next exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way up to standing. Hands in front of the heart. From standing, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, keeping the hips over the heels, not shifting them back, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands next to the feet, step or hop into chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lifting the right foot, bringing the knee into the nose. With control, place the foot between both hands. Lift, crescent lunge. Bending the back leg slightly, squaring off the hips. We're going to press the back heel down for warrior 1. Back foot remains at a 30-degree angle facing forward. Trying to keep the hips squared. Inhale. And lengthen the front leg, bringing both hands onto the hips. Bringing the back foot a little closer to really square off the hips. Finding a long spine, fold forward over the right leg, searching for the mat with both hands. If you have blocks, you can always use them to reach for the floor and keep the long spine. Gently bend the right leg. Step the right foot back. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Other side, bringing the left knee into the nose with as much control as possible. Placing the foot between both hands. If you don't reach, assist it with your hand. Crescent lunge, lifting the torso up. Hands facing each other. Hips squared. And gently place the back heel down for warrior 1. Pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Squaring off the hips as much as you can. And lengthen the front leg. Bring the back foot a little closer. Just enough to really square off your hips. So both crests of the hips are facing forward. Hands on the hips. Lengthening the spine and fold forward. Reaching the heart towards the thigh. Reaching for the mat with both hands. Left hip crease pulls back. And bending the front leg, lifting the back heel, step it back through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips squared. You're going to walk your hands back under your shoulders, almost like a supported warrior 3. Hips remain facing down. Now, feel free to take it into standing splits by walking your hands a little closer towards your foot and lifting the flying leg a little more, keeping the hips squared. Heart reaches towards the leg. And walk it back out into 3-legged down dog. Stepping the left foot between both hands. Lowering the back knee, the back of the foot. Lengthen the front leg, half splits. Pushing back. All toes are facing. Now place the back toes onto the mat and lengthen the back leg as much as you can, keeping the left leg straight. Lengthening the back leg. Holding here. You don't have to bend completely if it feels too tight, but try to keep the front leg as straight as you can. For 3, 2, and now you're going to take the back leg and place it on the mat in a bent way, so outside of the left foot, coming into a seated twist. Readjusting, really planting the left foot outside of the right thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Either hugging the leg in or elbow outside of the left leg as you twist towards the left, maybe looking behind you. Holding here as you find the long spine. Make sure the low back isn't rounding, both sits bones are pressing down. And lengthen the right leg forward as you keep the twist. Pushing through the heel so both legs are active. Keeping the twist, you're going to search for the left foot with the right hand. As you press the foot against the hand and lengthen the leg as much as you can, keeping the twist and the long spine. If you're beginning to feel that the spine is rounding, then stay here, bend the knee a little more. If you feel like you can go a little deeper, lift the back arm, keeping the twist, collarbones broaden, and gently release the left foot down. Both hands next to your hips. Crossing your feet, hopping back, downward facing dog. This time, lifting the right leg, the right leg off of the mat. We started with the opposite side. And we're going to walk our hands back, right under our shoulders, into a supported warrior 3. Making sure here that both hips are facing down. You can bend the standing leg if you need to. And now, shifting into standing splits as you walk your hands closer into your left foot and lift the right leg up. All toes are facing down. Heart reaches towards the thigh. And walk the hands back, 3-legged down dog. Bringing the right knee into the nose, placing the foot between both hands. Placing the back knee down the back of the foot, lengthen the front leg, half splits. Reaching the heart forward, right hip crease pulls back, and pull. Placing the back toes onto the mat, lifting the back leg. Pressing through the front heel. So into this funky pyramid pose. And now gently, you're going to place the back leg onto the mat for a seated twist. Pressing the right foot outside of the left thigh. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, twist over towards the right as you either hug the leg or place the elbow outside of the leg and look behind you. Pressing through the foot, pressing through the hand to find a little more length. Almost as if you want it to become a little taller. Keeping the twist, keeping the foot planted, lengthen the left leg forward. Feel free to stay here, or with the left hand, search for the right foot as you push with the foot forward, lengthening the right leg as much as you can, without rounding the back. Broadening the collarbones, maybe looking behind you. Gently coming back through center, placing the right leg down. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, hinge forward, reaching forward, and lower your hands wherever they reach. HANUMANASANA, forward fold. And come all the way up with a long spine. Hands in front of your heart. Thank you for joining. Thank you for focusing on each step rather than the final pose. As you might have realized by now, we didn't even try the final pose, but we did everything to open. And we warmed up all the components, so that's what matters. Enjoy every step of the journey. Namaste.